Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Sean Easy, and in this one we're going to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. And more specifically the cost of Grand Theft Auto 6 and pre-orders. And the reason I'm asking is because I saw a Reddit post that goes as follows. If pre-orders go live after the second trailer, will you cop? I'll translate that on what the word cop means in this sense. Or would you not because you want to wait for a special edition version or wait to see more of the game? So what the question is mostly asking is when GTA 6 finally does announce pre-orders, are you going to pre-order the game yourself? That's mostly what the question's asking, and that's mostly what we're going to be talking about in this video. Grand Theft Auto 6 pre-orders and the potential cost of Grand Theft Auto 6. And I want to get everybody's opinion, more so on this Reddit post, because there's a lot of comments on it. Mostly want to get a lot of the community's opinion on what they plan on doing when pre-orders are actually announced, right? Let's hop into it. So, as you may or may not know, when Red Dead Redemption 1 or when Red Dead Redemption 2 had its first trailer, they had already announced pre-orders at the end of their first trailer. Right at the end, you could already pre-order now. The game was coming out in fall 2017. And then obviously at the end of the second trailer, you could still obviously pre-order, but the date had been delayed, and you obviously know that this game actually came out in October 2018, would inevitably get delayed again. But the most important thing I'm trying to get at is that pre-orders ever since the Red Dead Redemption 2 announcement were always readily available. Now, just like Grand Theft Auto 6, for example, we didn't have any pre-order announcements at the end of trailer 1. All we had was coming 2025, and as of May 2024, from one of the Take-Two previous earnings calls, we know that the supposed release date is currently set for fall 2025. But more specifically, what I'm getting at is after trailer 1, there are no pre-orders. Kind of similar to GTA 5 trailer 1. The end of Grand Theft Auto 5 on the trailer 1, they didn't announce pre-orders either. They didn't have a release date. They didn't have nothing. It wouldn't be until the end of trailer 2 that we got us some pre-order now screen, okay? So the assumption, what I'm really just been working up to and building up to at this point here at the moment for the past minute or so, is maybe at the end of trailer 2 or when trailer 2 does actually occur, that's when we'll have the availability to pre-order now, right? So I think that's why this question is popping up about a day ago. If pre-orders go live after the second trailer, will you buy a copy? Will you cop a copy, right? And I guess that's up for you to decide, and you're going to have to let me know. But I will say this. Most likely I am going to pre-order Grand Theft Auto 6. This time around, because I was already around for the GTA 5 release and Red Dead Redemption 2 release, even beforehand, like pre-ordering these games, right? Been there, done that already. This time around, I definitely see myself pre-ordering again. Probably some physical copies, collectors, ultimate collector's editions, or whatever the best edition is. I'm probably going to buy one for each, like a straight collector's piece. Unopened, leave it sealed, in the wrapping, a physical copy on the Xbox, and a physical copy on the PlayStation. I'll buy like one of each. Sounds expensive? It might be. What I'm also definitely going to do is, at least for Xbox or PlayStation, one or the other, if not both, I'm also going to pre-order the game digitally. Now, I know this sounds stupid. I know you're literally watching this, looking at me, and you think I'm fucking stupid. And that's alright. I get it. Sounds like a lot of money being spent. And that all depends what editions of the digital versions are going to be, because the collector's editions might be expensive. Like $150 to $200 each. I might be spending $300 to $400 just to have a collector's edition physical copy on the PlayStation, and then another one on the Xbox. And then on top of that, also buying a digital copies. Why? What? Huh? What are you doing? So I want the collector's editions, physical copies regardless. But there's a reason I want to buy the digital copy as well. A lot of times with these video games, it seems like, I'm sure as far as you can tell, even more recently what happened to me with Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, I pre-ordered this as well, is about a week or so you can actually digitally download the game onto your console. And I did the same thing for Red Dead Redemption 2 when that first came out. I had like a week before release date. Game was coming out like, let's say October 26th, like October 19th, 2018. I downloaded this onto my Xbox, just getting ready to play it. Instead of getting a physical copy after the fact, downloading it, having to wait for that. No, let's just pre-download it, get it on our console. The minute we can play this game, we already playing it. So there are reasons why people, myself included, are definitely going to rock out with that digital copy. Because even getting a physical copy, which is still cool, going to take a minute. And that's essentially what did happen for me with Red Dead Redemption 2. Here's what happened. After trailer 1 of Red Dead Redemption 2, they showed us fall 2017 in pre-order now. What I did was I either went to GameStop or I went to Amazon.com, typed in Red Dead Redemption 2, and I pre-ordered it that way. Instead of buying it today, you know, like how you can just buy it, some games when they don't come out yet, there's a pre-order option. You can buy it through retailers like Amazon or GameStop, and they'll get you your game. So I had pre-ordered a physical copy on the PS4 for Red Dead Redemption 2 right after trailer 1 dropped. I threw down like $60 and just pre-ordered like a standard edition. Totally passed on the Ultimate Edition and things like that. I just wanted a copy of the game. But then about a week or two or so before this game was coming out, they were announcing that everyone who had digitally bought the game a week before was already going to get to download it and ready to go the minute we could play the game. We just start playing. I remember with Grand Theft Auto 5, I had pre-ordered this too. I got a physical copy in the mail, and then, you know, you had to like download the game and such. I think nowadays, like, people definitely don't want to feel like they're missing out. Like, as soon as other people are missing out. Like, the minute something can happen, they want to participate in it too. And so, when that got announced, I actually bought a digital copy like I own here on the Xbox, because I didn't want to wait for my physical copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 to come, have to download that and all that stuff I just said. Essentially, when Red Dead Redemption 2 had come out, I had pre-ordered this game physically for the PS4, realized that digital people were going to somehow get to download the game a week early and then play it at midnight. It's like, what? Wasn't even getting my physical copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 till like the next afternoon type shit. It's like, hey, wait a minute. So I essentially pre-ordered this game twice. So what I would like to do this time around for GTA 6 is I would like to buy a collector's edition regardless, physical copy getting to me when it gets to me, and then I'm just going to buy a digital. I'm just going to do both, kind of like how I got stuck doing with Red Dead Redemption 2. And that's mostly my plan. That's mostly my plan as far as pre-orders go, so to say. But we have more to talk about. Like the cost. How much will GTA 6 cost? Given the massive scale of GTA 6, rumored to feature a large open world, advanced graphics, and gameplay innovations, it is highly likely that the game will cost $70 for the standard version on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, as well as the S. That makes perfect sense, and I was thinking the same thing, based on this concept that I saw forever ago. And this is just a concept. This isn't like to be taken seriously, like permanent thing here. GTA 6 pre-orders are expected to go live after the first trailer in December, so you can kind of see how old this is. And now they're expected to go live after the second trailer whenever that is coming, even supposedly as early as tomorrow, November 22nd, according to a lot of the community, but we'll see. Which edition do you plan to purchase? The standard edition for $70, which will give you Grand Theft Auto 6 Story Mode and Grand Theft Auto 6 Online. For 100, you can get the Special Edition. Grand Theft Auto 6 Story Mode and online still, but on top of that, you'll get a steelbook with exclusive artwork, blueprint map, and you'll get $1 million in GTA Online. For $200, you can get the Collector's Edition. With Story Mode, Online Mode, you can get a 20-inch Jason and Lucia statue. That's kind of cool. Exclusive Tommy Vercetti outfit in GTA Online. Vice Light's digital soundtrack. A steelbook with exclusive artwork, blueprint map, and $10 million in GTA Online. Now, it's just a concept. For me personally, just from my point of view, I would just be trying to get the Collector's Edition just because of the physical aspects. This might be a little bit more expensive just because of the proposed, like, GTA Online cash. But you get the idea. And this isn't real, you know? This is just a concept. And I understand where the concept is getting its concept. It's getting it from what Red Dead Redemption 2 had done with pre-order bonuses and collector's editions. And as you know, Red Dead Redemption, there are 3 editions. You got the Standard Edition, Special Edition, and the Ultimate Edition. So they're just assuming like GTA 6 is going to do something similar as well. And it makes sense. Until we know, this is what we think might happen. And as you know, the Standard Edition for Red Dead Redemption 2 on last gen, Xbox One, PS4, it costs $60. Special Edition for just an extra $20 cost $80. And the Ultimate Edition for $100, or $40 more than the Standard Edition, almost double the price, gave you so much extra stuff. Even the Special Edition. Like, if you got the Standard Edition, you couldn't play, like, the special bank robbery mission in Valentine, among other content. It was so crazy that the Standard Edition was withholding content. It's wild to me. Really wild. And I'm assuming GTA 6 might do a similar thing without knowing, right? Like, the Standard Edition might just be like the concept. You'll just get story mode, online mode, and what might sound crazy is there might be some missions for some reason, just like with Red Dead Redemption 2, which might just be missing from the Standard Edition, which might entice people to buy the Special Edition or the Collector's Edition. But I think at the end of the day, regardless of price, you got to kind of decide if you want to play digital or standard. And obviously, the digital people are probably going to have an upper hand because they're going to be able to play the game the minute we can play the game. For people going to a midnight release, for example, if someone was going to a midnight release at GameStop, picking up the physical copy, maybe getting that at midnight, still got to drive home, still got to install the game, got to wait for that to download, and then you can play. And what if people, like, what if where you live it's midnight, but on the East Coast it was midnight like 3 hours ago, right? You live on the West Coast, you're 3 hours behind the East Coast hit midnight 3 hours ago. Everybody been playing since midnight East Coast, so even like going to like midnight release 12 p.m. or 12 a.m., if that's what would happen on the West Coast, unless they would just do it at 9, then the ones with physical copies are probably just set back a little bit by when they can play the game. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I think me personally, like I said, I'm definitely going to do both. Physical copy, collector's edition, essentially buying the collector's edition with all this stuff just to have it, and then to still play the game right on time or ahead of time or at some time as quick as I can ASAP. Gonna get me a digital edition, if that makes sense. Now, what should GTA 6 cost? Should a standard edition cost $70? Or is the game worthy of costing more? Supposedly, the development budget at GTA 6 is $2 billion. Compared to the budget of $200 million on GTA 5, $100 million with GTA 4, and the development cost of San Andreas was supposedly only $10 million. So at a cost of $2 billion, what should they be charging for this game? Now, seeing how it's GTA 6, and also seeing how this trailer has like well over 200 million views, while GTA 5 trailer 1 has like half this view count, I think it's safe to assume they're going to sell lots of copies of Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm sure they won't have a problem selling copies of GTA 6. GTA 5 to date has sold 205 million units. Now, if the development cost was $2 billion divided by at least $70 a copy, All they have to do is sell 28.5, 28.6, rounding up, million copies of GTA 6 Standard Edition to get their $2 billion investment back. But for the game that GTA 6 will be, super hyped, probably the biggest game of all time up to the point of it being released at that moment, biggest game ever, probably, should it go for as cheap as $70? Guess we'll have to wait and see. What is your opinion on that? How much should GTA 6 cost? And do you like the little concept here based on like what Red Dead Redemption 2 did? Is this a pretty decent little concept? Could you see them being multiple editions of GTA 6 from standard to special to collectors? What do you think about that? And do you think the development cost of GTA 6 was really $2 billion? That's an estimate. I'm sure after the fact, we will find out just how much it costs to develop GTA 6. But if you want to know about their last title, Red Dead Redemption 2 development cost, you'll find out that they paid between 170 and 240 million. And even make maybe 540 million. I guess like right here they think the cost to develop Red Dead Redemption 2 is estimated between 370 and 540 million. But down here it's saying like a different price. I guess just the development budget was 170 to 240 million. Marketing budget was 200 to 300, and that's where they're getting the 370 to 540. For a fascinating game like Red Dead Redemption 2 and how massive that is, if GTA 6 really does have a development cost of $2 billion, while a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 only had a development cost of $500 million up to, and that's including marketing, I can't imagine what GTA 6 really is going to look like. And now that we've talked about all that awesome information, and that was a very extremely long introduction from myself, let me go ahead and close a lot of these tabs, because you get the point. And let's read and find out how a lot of people are thinking about this. Like, if pre-orders go live after the second trailer, and assumingly they should, I mean, the pre-orders went live after trailer 2 for GTA 5, if that means anything. Maybe pre-orders will go live when trailer 2 drops. So, I mean, people might pre-order, maybe they won't. I mean, maybe you won't have to pre-order until, you know, a week before. Maybe some people won't do that when the pre-downloads become available. But maybe Rockstar Games will do something like they did with Red Dead Redemption 2, where you had to pre-order by a specific date and time, or you weren't going to get some things. Like right here, you must pre-order by July 31st, and this game came out in late October. So you had to pre-order this game like months ahead of time in order to get some even more extra perks. So there's probably like levels to this, to like when people are going to pre-order. There's going to be people that pre-order right away. There's going to be people that don't pre-order until like the day before, still have enough time to download the game. There's going to be people that make sure they don't miss a cutoff date. If there is one, a must pre-order by date. There's going to be probably so many varying opinions, and yours included, on what you're doing about not Red Dead Redemption 2, about what you're doing about GTA 6, for example. And maybe you're a PC player. Maybe you have no plans to play this game or pre-order it at all. You're waiting for the PC release, right? So let's see what we got here. If pre-orders go live after the second trailer, will you buy one? Or would you not, because you want to wait for a special edition version or wait to see more of the game? Nah, man. Going to the store at midnight to buy the box is emotionally way more interesting than a pre-order button. Think about the drive home. God, the drive home with the box. You know, he has a really good point, and I've thought about this a little bit too. I do want to play the game right when the game can come out, but I can't really imagine how that would feel going to a midnight release. And in all honesty with everybody, I don't think I've ever gone to a midnight release. I didn't go to midnight release on GTA 5. I just went to like GameStop or Amazon and they sent it to my house. Red Dead Redemption 2, even that physical copy, they just sent it to my house. Like a GTA 6 midnight release, if there is one, that could be a first for someone like me. And man, I can't imagine how that feels. And it probably feels similar to like all the times I went to GameStop or Walmart or Kmart, bought a game, and you know, the drive home, like you got a game you really want to play, and I don't know, just the feeling of anxiousness or whatever the hell he's talking about. But I understand what he's talking about. You know what I mean? I'll be sitting in front of my TV waiting for that download button to appear. You can preload the game. Very true. And I think that's what a lot of people are banking on. A lot of people want to feel like they're the first person playing this game, and I understand that too. So, you know, there's levels to this. It all depends if you want to midnight release, physical copy, wait for that, wait for PC, or you got to play it right when it comes out. And I think a lot of people who are huge Grand Theft Auto fans been waiting for this. Looks like one of the only games they want to play. I could see totally why people would go digital. And I totally have respect for people like this guy, going to the store at midnight, and he doesn't care about the fact that there's probably already people playing the game. He wants to experience that. Gotta respect it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but also think about digital probably. Having an early download. Imagine the download of GTA 6 when you come home from the store. I will probably buy GTA 6 digital to play and a disc version for the map and the nostalgia. No doubt. This. 5 was the last time I stood outside a GameStop at like 11 p.m. The bonus of being able to play it possibly a couple of days early just leaves me wanting to download. Also, the digital version allows me to play on my portable without having to put a disc in before I leave. So yes, if pre-orders are available, I will jump on it. That's what I was thinking too. Buy the digital version so I can do early download, but maybe buy the physical box and map from eBay or something. And I agree with the original poster, the guy that originally wrote this post, essentially. It's his post, I think. Yes, it's his post. I'm right there with him. Like, we want to play right when the game comes out, but we also, as a side note, we would love a physical copy, just cuz. Still ain't worth seeing all the other people waiting and buying the game in the same space, creating that feeling of community. But I totally get that excitement to download. But you can download any game without buying using the Xbox app. Then as soon as you insert the disc, it'll start playing. Drive safely, homie. Alright, let's go to the next strain. Well, maybe I'll just stick around. There's a lot of comments on this. I think I saw like 500. The package never survives the drive home with me. I'm too excited. Then you get home, put the disc in, which will probably only have a 4KB serial code on it, and start the 150 gigabyte plus download. Just a PSA to anyone considering a PS5 Pro. It has a faster download speeds and provides a more stable online connection thanks to the implementation of Wi-Fi 7. It used to take me like 1 to 2 hours to download a 100 gigabyte game. Now it only takes me roughly to 30 to 45 minutes. I want to play the new GTA as fast as possible when it releases, LOL. So he has a good point. Maybe he's talking facts. PS5 Pro will offer you a faster download speed, and that's just him saying that. I wouldn't know, because I don't have a PS5 Pro yet. Hey mate, don't bust too early though. Remember how long we've been waiting for this. You're missing the point. And a fiber optic internet connection. I get the point and I appreciate it. My point is that some of that special spark of midnight physical release drops is ruined by the fact you know you're going to have to put the disc in and wait for it to download. Speak for yourself, mate. Those downloading times are honestly the perfect time to have a last smoke sesh with the buddies before we all go back into play for the first time. Hey, he's not lying. I'm with you there, mate. Can't beat smoking a fat one and putting GTA 5 into first person mode and getting a police chase. 9 more replies. That's not how discs work. Alright. No. I have to wait longer for PC release anyway, most likely. Yes, because I have been starved of a new GTA for over a decade. And this, again, the question is, if pre-orders go live after the second trailer, will you buy one? I definitely will. Xbox doesn't charge me until 10 days before release, so I have plenty of time to cancel if I want. However, seeing that even if the game itself is half as good as GTA 5, I'll be playing it for thousands of hours anyways. May as well get those sweet pre-order bonuses along with it. Xbox does that? Holy shit, I wish PlayStation did that. And yeah, Xbox definitely does that. I mean, I pre-ordered a couple of games on here from time to time, like even this one, and they really don't charge your card until like a week before. You think you pre-order and pay for it the minute you click the button, and no, like it doesn't even take the money. You just pledge to buy it, assumingly is how it seems. And then like a week before or so, then Xbox finally charges you for your game. So yeah, that's a thing you could do too with something like Xbox. You can make a pledge for it, and Xbox probably won't charge you until like a week before GTA 6 is actually coming out. It makes sense. That's a pretty interesting perspective. I personally want them to take the money from my account now so I don't have to think about it anymore, and I agree with that too. I wish Xbox would just take the money right away. Like every time I've ever hit pre-order on like whatever games I'm buying, they don't take the money right away and then it just sits around. I wish they would just grab it and have it and enjoy it the minute I hit like buy now. Not like wait until a week before. It'd be nice if they would just take the cash today and then I gotta worry about it later. Kind of like how Amazon and GameStop did when well, I guess they did that too. Like they would never charge your card until they like ship it out. Maybe that's always been the status quo. Like you don't actually have to pay until it actually gets to you, which makes sense. Whew. I know a lot of people hate pre-ordering in this generation, and I understand the sentiment, and to be honest, I generally agree. But I pre-order so I don't have to take any financial hit later. I can sort of just get it over with, you know? If they aren't even charging you until 10 days until release, then what's the actual point of pre-ordering it in that instance? For the convenience of automatic charge, totally could not agree more. But yes, pre-ordering is it's a good thing, especially nowadays with the pre-downloading on Xbox and PlayStation. Like, that is such a cool thing that I didn't realize till the release of Red Dead Redemption 2. I've pre-ordered the GTA Definitive Edition Trilogy, I've pre-ordered Cyberpunk, and I always got to download these games a week early. Pre-ordered Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game, always getting to pre-download them a week early. It's so cool somehow having access to the game, and you're just waiting for the very moment you can actually play it. There ain't nothing like it, you know? There ain't nothing like it. No point in pre-ordering a game that can't be out of stock. And that's a very good point too. Technically a digital copy, how could a digital copy ever run out of stock? It's just like a download. Or pre-order and get shark cards, unless it's physical depending on location and demand. That's true too. Like, do not sleep on physical, like, limited time opportunity to buy items. You don't want to just assume like the collector's edition is always going to be available. Sometimes when things actually get sold in the real world, there's like a limited supply, and then once it's gone, it's gone. You know what I mean? So some things, try not to wait on it too long. Like if you really do want a physical copy of the collector's edition or something, may not be the best idea to wait forever, because eventually they might run out of stock. I see it all the time sometimes. No, because I'm on PC. For what? Except you're planning to buy the collector's 3000 Hype Gold Edition for 600 euros. There's no reason for a pre-order. That's true too. Like maybe the only ones that should really pre-order, just make sure you can actually get you an actual physical copy of the collector's edition. Digital, like you could just buy the game a week early and you can still download it a week early. Whereas someone like pre-ordered it a year ago and you both get to download it at the same time. Hey, ain't that cool? That's exactly what I'm planning on buying. I pre-ordered the GTA 5 Collector's Edition back in 2013 and camped outside of GameStop till midnight. I plan to do that again next year with the console bundle if they release one. That's a very good point too. What if PlayStation releases a PS5 Pro GTA 6 bundle, or Xbox Series X releases a bundle with the game? That might be something to think about, right? Like maybe you also need to get you a console. Like maybe there's a way you can get the game and the console in a bundle pack. There's so many levels to this stuff. People are doing so many different things, you know? Like I'm reading so many different comments. Since I'm from Germany and there's a fair chance of the digital edition being subjected to substantial censorship, I'll hold off until it has either been affirmed that this won't be the case, or I'll be able to acquire a physical copy from Austria. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. I'll wait until the game comes out on PC. Guarantee there's a pre-order exclusive unlock. Remember, when the whole point of pre-ordering was just to make sure you get it before they sold out, what the fuck is the point of pre-ordering these days? Some silly skins and in-game currency is all you get now. Used to get cool stuff and actual things you can put on a shelf. I miss 2005 to 2013 gaming. Only way I'll pre-order for is a physical copy and physical collectibles, but those are usually too pricey for me these days. Last pre-order I did was for the Halo Infinite Xbox Series X. There was more fighting scalper bots than I'd considered pre-ordering though. No, I've waited long enough for them to show me the game. They can wait long enough for my money. This one has a good point. They don't want to give them the money too early. Yeah, probably. I'm definitely buying a digital copy because then I can run it on both of my consoles at home. Only thing I'll need to consider is if I'm getting the super duper deluxe version or the old plain version. I normally just buy plain versions of games, but GTA is a game I know I'll be seeking hundreds if not thousands of hours into, so who knows. And I completely agree with that too. Like, I bought the Ultimate Edition of Red Dead Redemption 2 at a later time, but initially, just to get the game and play it, even beforehand, I only bought the Standard Edition. So I completely agree with this person as well, too. Like, this seems like one of the very first games, GTA 6, that I'm actually willing to just give them a blank check in a weird sort of way. Waiting for PC. I'm in a bit of a predicament. I want to upgrade to the PS5 Pro, however I'm fairly certain they'll release a GTA 6 bundle, so I've been waiting, but I'd also love to get the collector's edition. What do we reckon? Why would you buy a PS5 Pro when you probably have a PS5? There's almost no difference, just get a good 4K TV, like an OLED C2. For sure, I'm going to be working for some money just to get a 4K TV for GTA 6. I've only ever had a 1080p TV for basically my entire gaming life, so it'll be a big upgrade. Would you say like OLED C2 is the best 4K TV for the PS5, or are there better options? In my opinion, if you can get a cheap LG C2 4247, get it ASAP. The only good upgrade in my opinion. You know, I should probably do that too. I've never had a 4K monitor myself, and even on these two monitors, I'm pretty sure they're just 1080p or something. I should consider that too, personally. Consider getting some 4K stuff. 4K capture card, 4K monitors. We need to start inching our way towards 4K. 1080p is like here and now, soon to be back in the day, right? No, I'm pretty sure we'll play as criminals. Will you pre-order GTA 6 after they go live after trailer 2? No, I work retail, so I'll get a copy before most people. Game won't go out of stock anyways. Games this anticipated get made in massive bulks to massive profits, and man, I've thought about that too. Like, he probably works at Walmart or Target or GameStop, like straight up. Like, I jokingly thought to myself, I should get a job at GameStop or somewhere. Like, as we approach the GTA 6 release, just work there for like 6 months as we approach GTA 6. And then when GTA 6 like comes out, I could get a copy of GTA 6 early or something, like days early. But knowing how things are these days, with the internet, and you probably got to be connected to the internet to download the game, I could see Rockstar already foreseeing people like doing that, getting the game earlier than they're actually supposed to get it, by terms of like working at a retail spot and having the game a week early just because time and place. I could see like them putting a lock on it where you still can't play the game unless you just somehow download it via the internet and then just take it off the internet. I feel like somehow Rockstar might soft lock some of these people out, but maybe the internet ain't like that yet. Have you received a copy that early before? Does the same apply to consoles? That's what was said about the PS5. There was a chip shortage though, that's why PS5s had short stocks and they were hard to find. Nope, zero reason to pre-order that far ahead even if you are getting physical. If you're getting digital, then the day before is fine. You ain't getting a deal on it on a pre-order. And this guy has a good point. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are thinking about that literally know they do not need to pre-order this game on day one. They could probably hold out like the day before even to download this. If there is a store near me doing a midnight release, I'll go to that. Otherwise, I'll probably pre-order digitally a few days before release when I know it won't be able to be picked up at midnight. Unemployment rate is going to go down when the pre-orders drop. I'm all digital now, so I'll pre-order the second it becomes available. I ultimately only care about in-game content. The last physical game I bought was Final Fantasy 15 for the PS4. That sounds like it was a while ago. Probably gonna pre-order. No, I'll go fuck myself because I'm a PC player. I like it. I like it so much. Need more people like that guy. We need way more people like that guy. I'm gonna get the $100 version the second it's available. So, probably the special edition, right? And that's what I noticed too about like Red Dead Redemption 2. The Ultimate Edition just came with a bunch of like online multiplayer aspects. Ooh, there was even a collector's box. Damn. Oh wow, a collector's box. I didn't even think to buy that. Ooh, if I could go back to 2017, I would have hella bought this. $100 collector's box, game not included. Man, look at all the stuff you would have got. Treasure map and double solid puzzle and stuff. That's crazy. That's fantastic. Hold on a second. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So yeah, I think we're getting a lot of varying questions and answers about what's going on with GTA 6. Since I'm booking a month off work, I'm going to go to the shop to pick it up, let it download overnight, then enjoy my holiday. And again, we could probably keep reading comments and we'll be here for a while. I could probably be here all day reading comments. I could be here for the next hours reading comments, but you get the point. There's a lot of comments here. Remember, no pre-orders. No, I'd wait. Will the Ultimate Edition not be available too, or does it come later? Camp out like the good old times. I'd pre-order like immediately. There is zero reason to pre-order when the game is a digital download. You're going to get a lot of varying opinions, responses, speculation, and just chit-chat. No, I'd rather wait a month or so for them to fix any bugs that may arise. So I think I see what's going on here. There's people that are going to wait for PC, people that are going to wait till after the game comes out to see that it's actually a good game, people going to digitally download the game so they can play the game the minute we can play the game, people going to the midnight release, people probably buying physical copies to say the least off the internet, getting them sent to that. There's a lot of different ways you can go about getting you a GTA 6 pre-order. Supposedly, there's even people that work in retail that might get this game earlier than any of us do. And I'm sure just like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5, that happened. That happened more than you think it happened. Plenty of people had the game earlier than they were supposed to. And even YouTube, there were plenty of YouTubers that were already posting the endings to Red Dead Redemption 2, among other details and things like that. Well, that's mostly all I have for you in this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're still waiting for Trailer 2. We don't have pre-orders yet. We're still waiting for Trailer 2. As you may or may not know, Trailer 2 usually comes a year after Trailer 1. People were assuming it was going to be this month of November, July, August, September, October, November. JASON spells out Jason and the Moon Theory and all the other things you've probably been listening to and hearing about. There's a lot of talk, speculation, and rumors, no doubt. We're still waiting for Trailer 2. And until then, we probably will not get any pre-orders, but I don't have a clue. Have a good one. Have a great one. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. And if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe if you decide that you don't like me later. And before you leave, feel free to check out the channel for more awesome content just like this. If you love Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar Games, Red Dead, especially GTA 6, you are in the right place. Bye-bye, everybody.